All right, looks like we are live over on YouTube. Hi to folks watching over there. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. My name's Jenny. If you've never watched one of these before, whether you're watching live or watching later, because all of these do stay up on YouTube after we live stream them, this is one of my 4 free monthly play-along jams that I do on ukulele every month. And anyone's welcome to join. My Patreon patrons can join me for these over on Zoom, and everybody can join me for Zoom on the Tuesday mixed level jam. So I do 2 per month. This is one of them that are more beginner friendly, and then 2 that are more mixed level. But of course, anybody can come to any of them. And it can be a great way to kind of play around with different strums and picking patterns and techniques and chord shapes and see what you can do. So as we move through these songs, I will put the chords up on the screen, but if you want to grab them on your end, you can grab the PDF from a free Patreon post. You do not need to be a patron to access it. And actually today I gave 2 songbooks because we can play from the Holiday Song Songbook, which is a special beginner version of the mixed level play along songbook we used a couple times already, and in November and this month. I just pulled all the harder songs out of it. So there's a beginner version of that, and also our regular non-holiday related beginner songbook version 8, which is the most recent version that came out last month. So if you want to request holiday songs, you can. If you want to request not holiday songs, that songbook is fair game as well. And we'll start off by looking on the screen at the table of contents for the holiday songbook, just because we get less time to play with it during the year. But if you have other requests, please feel free to make them. And you're also welcome to unmute yourself on Zoom or ask questions in between songs in the chat as well on YouTube. And I'm happy to kind of address things. Although we're trying to keep everything beginner friendly, I know that the range of who might consider themselves beginner is wide. So some people might watch this video having only known how to play a few chords, and some people might have been a beginner for a year or more. So everybody's welcome, and if you need to simplify a song to make it work for you in a jam situation like this, whether online or in person, 2 of the best ways to do it are single strum, so just strum when you're changing chords, and also just play the chords you know. If you see one that doesn't look too hard, of course you can try a new chord, but if it's helping you to keep in time with the song that I'm leading, you can always just play the chords you know and skip the ones you don't. You can come back to the songs later, you can watch the replay and slow me down. There's lots of good ways to practice if you are more on the very beginner side. So let's start out by looking at that. Actually, I picked a song for us to warm up on, which I sometimes do. So let's start out with that, and then we'll look at the table of contents in this songbook for the holidays. And I chose the Bells of St. Mary's because I don't think we've played it yet this month. It's a nice beginner friendly one, and there's a couple of things you can do to make it even more beginner friendly. So for one thing, when you see this barred D7 chord in the middle of the page, you can play the Hawaiian D7, which is more beginner friendly, which is 2-0-2-0. So that is, I'm numbering the fret from string G to string A. So 2 on G and 2 on E, open C and A, that is also a D7. Feel free to play that shape. Also, you do not need to play this 4-finger E minor shape here. And in fact, in this song, when you go from G to E minor, you can just add your pinky finger to your G shape. So if you're making your G, the standard way most people play G, and then you put your pinky finger here. Let me make myself a little bigger so you can see it, on the 4th fret of the C string. So I'm just keeping my G shape and adding that pinky finger. That is also an E minor. So play the 3-finger E minor, play the 4-finger E minor if you're more advanced, or just add your pinky finger to your G shape. That is also a perfectly valid way of doing that E minor, especially when you're going back and forth between G to E minor. That can be helpful. All right, so let's give this one a try. If you know your island strum, which is a 4-beat strum, you can play it. If you don't, then a single strum or a down, down, up, or even just hitting the beats. Again, I always say this too many times, but make it work for you. Play it how you need to play it so that you can play along. And we won't take any of the songs in this jam super fast. So if this is a little too slow for you, I apologize, but we'll keep it nice and easy going. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Another G. Here we go. The bells of St. Mary's, I hear they are coming. The the single strum. All right. Thanks for joining me on that one. And here is our table of contents. So again, this is the same as the mixed level songbook, but with the harder songs stripped out of it. So we can approach any of these in a beginner-friendly way. Some of them are going to have more chords and some fewer, but feel free to request any of the songs on this table of contents. Or if you're looking at the non-holiday songbook, you can request from there too. And Kathy, if you're watching later, we're going to do Everything is Cool, the John Prine song for Kathy.
Rock Around the Christmas Tree.
Great. Let's do Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Remember, folks over on YouTube, even if you're not playing along and you're just listening, you're welcome to make a request. And then we'll do Everything is Cool after Rockin'. There it is. This is a Cynthia Lynn chart. I included a bunch of different sources for this particular songbook. This is a nice one if you like this style of write-up too. It's a beautiful page, easy to read. You can get Cynthia's beginner-friendly holiday songbook for free on Gumroad. You can just pick that up anytime. Oh, good. And Charmaine is in the YouTube chat requesting Marshmallow World. I always like doing that one. Let's do that one too. All right, so let's do Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, another 4-beat song. This time you're only going to get one pattern per chord, though. The last one, most of those chords, we had 2. For this one 4-beat pattern, again, island strum works really nicely, but if you don't know it, you can either just play the first half of it twice, down, down, up, down, down, up, or hit your beats, or play single strums. Again, lots of things you can do to make this simpler for yourself if you need to. And no requirement to learn island strum. It's just one of the first strums a lot of people learn. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, G. You can use the pinky trick on this one too for your G to E minor. Here's a verse. Rockin' around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see, every couple tries to stop. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Let's do the bridge again. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. To the ending. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. All right, that's a fun one. Let's look back at John Prine's Everything is Cool for Kathy, who couldn't be here today. Made this request. So we can ignore these 2 bar chords, the special C sharp and D at the end of the song. You don't need to play those at all because it's an alternate, more advanced ending to the song. That's a little more like John Prine's original. So we'll just end on this single strum D at the end of the song and don't even worry about that. Now, when we're playing this one, most of the time we're going to get an 8 beats. And we could play the island strum twice, or we could play, any other version. You could do some picking if you want, although I'm going to skip the picking for this one when I'm playing with beginners. And when we get to these couple of places where we have a D and a D7 together that are bolded, we'll split the 8 beats between them, so get 4 per chord. One thing I like to do sometimes, because there's a little bit of a gap in between the first chord of the song and when John Prine starts to sing, sometimes I'll start it with a single strum, but I'm going to go ahead and play through it this time just because it makes it easier to count for beginners. So you can experiment with it, certainly. You don't need to play anything like I play it, and play around with it as much as you like, but I'm going to go ahead and play this one as straightforward as I can. Starting off with this 2-chord intro here, so I'll give each of those 2 of my island strum patterns. So four 4-beat counts total. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, D. 2. And here's the G. And the D. Everything is cool. I think I didn't hold that long enough. Everything's okay. Sorry, I'm in the groove now. Well, just before last Christmas, my baby went away across the sea to an island where the bridges brightly burn, so far away from my land, the valley of the unconcerned. Rocking down the road, man, just looking at my shoes, when God sent me an angel just to chase away my blues. I saw 100,000 blackbirds just flying through the sky. They seemed to form a teardrop from a black-haired angel's eye. That tear fell all around me, and it washed my sins away. Now everything is cool, everything's okay. Little instrumental here. You can strum 2 patterns for each of these chords. Comes the A7, and it's here, and the D. Everything is cool, everything's okay. Well, just before last Christmas, my baby went away, and I find it real surprising myself to hear me say that everything is cool, everything's okay. Well, it was just before last Christmas, my baby went away. We can do the down strum here. So just to go back, we played it the second time through correctly, but I jumped the gun on this intro here. So if you're playing it on your own later and you got confused by what I did at the beginning, you're not alone. I was confused too. So it starts after that G, 2, 3, 4 in the intro. Then you do your D, a whole pattern, and then 1, 2. Everything is, so the everything is cool comes in on the second group of 4 on that first D that we play. Let's look at Marshmallow World next. Again, if you're just joining us over on YouTube, you're welcome to make requests in the chat or ask questions as we go along. A funny chord in this one is that F sharp down there at the bottom of the page. It's not a real F sharp. You can't really use it in most songs where it calls for F sharp, but in this little cowboy tag, you can use it. The way that you play this is to take your G shape and just scoot that whole shape, exactly the same shape, everything back 1 fret. So instead of being on the 2nd and 3rd fret, it's on the 1st and 2nd fret. Sounds weird, but when you use it on an ending, it doesn't last long, and it works for one of these. So that's what that is for in this song. Little fakey F sharp in your ending there. Otherwise, this song is pretty straightforward. It doesn't have any other or any bar chords at all. It does have an E7, which not every beginner learns right away. So just to note that that is in there. And let's do the kazoo verse as well. You can play it or sing it or whatever you want, but I will pull out my kazoo quick as I can when we get to that part. Also, this one has a combination of 4-beat non-bolded chords and the bolded, which only get 2 beats. I've given you a suggestion up top, but if you need to just do a single strum on those bolded chords because they're going by too fast, of course you can do that too. You know. And when we get down here to it's winter, it's a Marshmallow World, I like to do a little down, 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 up, up, down, up. I basically split the island strum between those 2 chords, but you can play it much more straightforward and just do down, 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 or 1 and 1 would also work. All right, let's do this one. If you like chucking, you know, lots of beginners are working on chucking. This is a good one to chuck on too. So feel free to try some of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's time for play. It's a whipped cream day. I wait for it all year round. Those marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen trees. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is a snowball, see how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yummy, yummy world made for sweethearts to go with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. 2, 3. It's a yummy, yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. In winter it's a marshmallow world. In winter it's a marshmallow world. There's your tag at the end. Thanks, Charmaine. That was a fun one. Let's go back up to the table of contents and get some more requests. Again, for folks just dropping in over on YouTube, you are also welcome to make requests. We've only done Everything is Cool, Marshmallow World, what else did we do? Bells of St. Mary's, and Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So everything else is up for grabs. I'll be home for Christmas. Thanks, Charmaine. That's a great idea.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. We'll do them both. They're right next to each other in the songbook too, really close together. Let me go down to Have Yourself first, and then we'll do I'll Be Home. So, oops, I'm right past it. There it is. So this does throw in a less beginner-friendly chord, but I always like to include this song because most of the chords are ones beginners know, and this G minor is not a bad chord for beginner 2 kinds of people to be working on. So if you don't know the G minor chord, you can either give it a try or you can just skip it and let me play it for you and come in on the chord after it. Otherwise, these chords are all ones we learned pretty early on, so it's almost a beginner-friendly song in that respect. This song goes, the chords move every 2 beats or so, but we can slow the song way down because it's very appropriate to the song in order to make it more accessible. It's not as one of those 2-beat songs that races along. So you can do a down, down, up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do 1 down, down, up on the bolded ones. And then when I get to these chords that are not bolded, I can do 2, or I can do an island strum there, or again, any other 4-beat strum I like. So most of the song is going to have this 1, 2, 1, 2 kind of rhythm. And we'll keep it nice and slow, so if this is your first time at G minor, you will get a lot of time to either practice it or skip it. And we'll do the top lyrics, the Garland and Sinatra lyrics mixed together, rather than the original lyrics, which I love, but they're a little more somber. And I want to do something a little cheerier today, so feel free to check those out later. They're fun to see what the original lyrics were. Let's try a little 1, 2, 1, 2. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Next year all our troubles will be out of sight. This gets 2 patterns, then you go to G7, C7. Yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who were dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star up on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. That B flat snuck up on me. Obviously, it should be off to the side, and it's not. And it makes the song a little less beginner friendly, even than the G minor does. So I'm going to write myself a note here off to the side that I need to, A, put the B flat shape in here, and B, consider taking this out of the beginner songbook. But it's a great song. I'm glad we played it. Let's look at I'll Be Home for Christmas. All right. This one has some chords in it we haven't played yet, but they're not hard. The C sharp diminished is just 0, 1, 0, 1. You'll have that as a passing chord in this. And it's close to the G, so it's not too bad of a change to go from G and then scoot that back. Sort of like when we did that cowboy ending, but you lift your ring finger as well, so that you're going from the G shape to just the 0, 1, 0, 1. So that's not too bad. And then I also saw in here a C minor, which I don't think we've played yet in this jam. Again, not hard. You play it the same way you play a D, except that it can be even easier. For some people, the D is a little bit tricky to get their fingers all mashed together here, stacked. When you play the C minor over here on the 3rd fret of the C, E, A string, you can either mash your fingers together or you can actually play a partial bar where you're coming across just your C, E, A strings. So if that's easier for you than this, then feel free to do this. There's other ways to play those shapes too, but those are the 2 most common. All right, I think everything else is familiar to us at least. Oh, and it's got the nice Hawaiian D7 shape here, so if that was not familiar to you when I mentioned it at the top of the jam, it's got that written out down there. You can also use your barred D7 if you like that better. So this one, I did not make this chord chart, so those bolded chords don't mean anything in terms of timing, but let's move through it. Most of the song's going to be a 2-beat, so down, down, or down, down, up. And I think when we played this one last time, we determined that for beginners, you can leave these A minors out entirely, and it makes it a little easier to change chords. You have more time with the chords. So feel free to try that. Feel free to try on the first line of every verse, leaving out those A minors and see how it sounds to you. That's how I'll play it too. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, now I'm finding we can do 4 beats. Awesome. I think by removing those A minors, we'll have less 2-beat moments. That's great. So I'm going to do island strum through most of this, but any 4-beat strum will work. And a few places it might move a little faster, but we'll take it slow so we can kind of figure that out as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. So those are 2 beats. D minor, E7 if you want, or skip the E7. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Another D7 here. Christmas Eve will find me. I'm going to skip the E7. Where the love light gleams. Add another A minor on the end of the line. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. 2D7. I'll be home for Christmas. I'll play the E7 on this one so you can hear it. You can count on me. Another A minor. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents. I'm putting the A minor on under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. At our last jam, I vowed that I'm going to rewrite this one so it makes a little more sense and share it next year so that we have, not that this is a bad chord chart. I don't want to, people put work into this and I don't want to take that away from them, but I think I can make it a little simpler for us in beginner jams. Oh, and Karin saying hi from Germany. Nice to see you. Glad to have you here. Feel free to request songs. If it's one we've already played, you can just request another one. happy to take some more requests. I'm thinking too about what I want to request from me.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh, great. Let's do it. Oh, maybe this one would be the Buck Owens Santa Looked a Lot Like Daddy. We'll do that one after. I like that one, and we haven't played it yet this year. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, another great Cynthia Lynn chart. It's got that C minor we just played in the last song, so that's coming up again. Back to the Bard D7, but again, you could play that Hawaiian D7 again if you like it better. And here, Cynthia has given us some brackets where she's splitting chords. You get 4 beats most of the time. When she puts a bracket around a set of 2 chords, each of those chords gets 2 beats. And sometimes she's going to suggest you single strum one of them, but of course you can single strum both of them if that's easier for you. So she's given it a backbeat strum idea, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. I'll play it like that, but if it's easier for you to do the down, down, up, or the island strum, you can. You can do island strum on this one. That would also work. So let's try. I like to do the intro G 2 patterns because I feel like it gets us in the spot a little bit better. So we'll play that intro G twice. 2, 3, 4 G. 2, 3. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. If that's going too fast, just do 1 strum per chord. Making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Let's do that bridge to the end one more time. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now let's do the ending. 4. Santa Claus is coming to town. All right, that does move quickly. Let's look at the next one, this Buck Owens song. It's very fun. I haven't played it since last year, so we'll see if I actually am remembering how to do it. But it has that G F sharp tag we did earlier again at the end. So we'll end the song off by that. I've got a couple of chucks thrown in here just for timing, that sounds like this at the each time. It goes D, D, G, and strum, chuck. But you can leave that chuck off, or you can knock on your ook if you want at that point too. Okay. I may not remember this tune all the way through, so let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, D. We'll play it a little slower than Buck Owens took at G. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, but Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. 1, 2, 3. Or Daddy looked a lot like him. Alright. Oh good, we've got another request over on YouTube. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Let's look at it. There it is. All chords that we have played so far in this jam before. There's that C minor again. I think most of the time on this song we're gonna get 1 or 2 island strums. Looks like usually 1, but that I'm dreaming, you'll get 2 there. So at the start of every verse, you're gonna have a longer time to strum that G before you switch to the A minor. We'll get 2 patterns there of your whatever 4-beat strum you're playing. And most people know the tune of this song pretty well, so it's a little easier to intuit a song and how it goes when you have it in your head, in your memory, your cultural memory, as this one is. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. You get another G here with another treetops glisten and children listen to hear, pinky trick, sleigh bells in the snow. Here's the D. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases, that was faster, white. So in the A minor to D, you have 2 beats each. I'm dreaming, just the last one, of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all, we can slow down, your Christmases be white. All right. That is a nice one. Since we have a little more time and not as many people making requests today, I'm going to request one more for myself. It's one I like to do every year, To Heck with Old Santa Claus, which is a Loretta Lynn number, which only has 3 chords in it. And I've even written in here the Hawaiian D7 for you, but again, you can play the barred one if you like that one better. This is just a fun one. Maybe when we get to the instrumental verse, I will pull out my kazoo again. I don't get to use that very often during the year. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't know this one, you're going to pick it up. Last year I hung my stocking by the chimney, and old Santa didn't bring me anything. Well, I wrote a note and I told him what to bring me, but I didn't even hear his sleigh bells ring. So to heck with old Santa Claus. When he goes dashing through the snow, I hope he falls. Couple single strums. I'd like to hit him in his ho-ho-ho with a bunch of big snowballs. To heck with old Santa Claus. Whoa, I dropped my kazoo. Oh no. Well, that wasn't very smooth, Jenny. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This year I'll build a big fire in the fireplace. I'll be like a little pig I read about. If that big fat whooping red comes down my chimney, he's gonna scorch his whiskers there, no doubt. So to heck with old Santa Claus. When he goes dashing through the snow, I hope he falls. I'd like to hit him in his ho-ho-ho with a bunch of big snowballs. To heck with old Santa Claus. Yeah, to heck with old Santa Claus. Here comes the tag. It goes. All right. Well, we have time for a couple more. Couple more requests. "12 Days of Christmas." Okay, that can be one of them. We might have time for 3 if each of the people who's been requesting has a request. "Blue Christmas." We haven't done that one yet either. Great. Bob, you got one? You want to finish this off?
All I Want for Christmas, My Two Front Teeth.
Great. I love it. All right. Let's start with, let's do them in that order. I'm dreaming, 12 Days, and All I Want. All right. I'm going to put the chords back up on the screen for, sorry, myself, because I just slipped off. There we go. All right. I'm dreaming. I'm sorry. We just did I'm Dreaming. 12 Days of Christmas is first. And it's right here at the top of the sheet. So this is a cool song. I made a whole public tutorial on this last year because it changes back and forth the time signature a bunch of times, but you'd never know it unless you paid attention to it, which I never did for years and years and years. So you do not need to know that to play this song. If you know how this song goes, you can just strum it intuitively. You can just strum it how it's working for you. If you want a simple way to approach it, I have, like you want to know when it's changing or you feel like it's hard to strum, it's probably because the time's going back and forth. I've highlighted here, when I did my tutorial, I did this. I highlighted where we get 3 beats and everywhere else we get 4 beats. And a simple way to go through this, if you want, is First Day of Christmas. You can just give each of those unhighlighted chords, give them 2 beats, like 2 strums rather. You do 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 on all of those if you want. And then when you get to Partridge in a Pear Tree, it's a little different because those move quickly. Partridge in a pear tree. I just do one per, almost per syllable there. But again, if that's going too fast for you, just pick out the C's and play the C's or something like that to make it work for you. When you get to these highlighted ones, which are going to start to come together more and more so that you're repeating them, you're going to go, you can do 1, 2, and 3, and. So a down, down, up, or just hit it 3 times. You can just do 1, 2, 3. So you could do, for example, for this third stanza, let's just look at it as an example. Third day of Christmas, each of these gets 2, and then 3 French hens is going to get 3. So again, if you don't think too much about it and you know how this song goes, you might not even notice. But just for those of you who either do notice and are not sure how to strum this, or who want a way to work through it, that's what I would suggest. All right, so let's give this one a try. And of course, however you decide to strum it is fine. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 golden rings. I just do single strums for all of those. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings. Page turn. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 ladies dancing, 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 lords a-leaping, 11 ladies dancing, 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, right. Blue Christmas. Let's look at next. Next alphabetically, 2. Here we go. Cynthia Lynn Chart. This one has one wacky jazz chord in it. The F sharp diminished 7. It's played 2 3 2 3. I like to get my fingers all up on tiptoes here. It's not a beginner chord, and you can just skip it if you want. You don't have to play it at all. It's only going to come in as a little sort of accent on Christmas of White when we go up to that. So you can just skip it if you want to. And let me play it for you. I'm going to do down, down, up, but you can do island strum in that same amount of time if you like island better. 1 2 1 2. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. Go to the ending here. But I'll have a blue Christmas. There's a tag ending there on that one too. And finally, we are going to end with All I Want for Christmas, My Two Front Teeth. And there it is. Cute one. Any new chords we haven't played yet? No. So this is a nice one to end on. This will be a review of all chords we've played before in this jam. And of course, again, play that Hawaiian D7 if you like that better than the Bard. Most of the time I think we're going to get 4 beats, enough for one island strum, until we get to things like I could wish you, that G and G7, and then the C and C7 split the measure. So I could wish you Merry Christmas. You can do it straight on. You can do 1 2 1 2. Seems so long, and then we'll be back in our 4 beats. So we will have some lines like that, but most of the time we're going to get 4 beats. 1 2 3 4. C. Maybe split that, but we're just going to play it straightforward right here. C. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. My 2 front teeth. C, my 2 front teeth. G, if I could only have my 2 front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. It seems so long since I could say Sister Susie sitting on a thistle. Gosh, should she, how happy I'd be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my 2 a tag there with the G7, C, G7, C. That is so cute. All right. Thank you so much, folks, for the requests. That was really fun. I think this is my final public play along jam until after Christmas. We'll do one on the 30th, which will be mixed level and open to everybody on Zoom. So feel free to come back for that if you want. We can play some more holiday songs. We can play some New Year's songs, or we can go back to our non-holiday songbook. And for patrons, we've got a couple of events coming up still, including a teaching jam where we can play some more of these songs. But thanks again. Thanks so much, folks. I'll see you again soon on the internet. Have a great holiday. If you're celebrating Hanukkah, I think it's the 5th night, maybe tonight. Don't quote me on that. But happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to those of you celebrating that too. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for being here, Bob. Just you and me today.
Yeah.
Say hi to Ellen and Merry Christmas